last night was a really damn special night for me. You guys know one of my absolute favorite shows, like truly, truly special. One of the best things I've ever seen on TV. I'll say it. I think Bill Lawrence's best show. I think his best show, Shrinking. They had at the annual Paley Fest last night, they had the cast of Shrinking. And bring this up here, Jonathan. That's a picture I took last night.
Oh, they did Chair Watch. Cool.
Yes, it was Shrinking Chair Watch. So I got to go, Ann and I, who love this show so much, we got to go and watch Bill Lawrence moderate a panel of the cast. But they started off by showing us the entire finale. And I'm going to tell you right now, as somebody who deeply, deeply loves this show, the finale of Shrinking last night, for a comedy, was the most uplifting and emotionally beautiful episodes of television I've ever seen.
Wow. Really?
For a comedy. There was not, I won't spoil the ending, but one of the ways that the episode ends is just this conversation between Jason Segel and Harrison Ford's character. And there was not a dry eye in the house. Like I even turned to Ann and I was like it was just one of the most emotionally beautiful episodes of television, of comedy television, that I have ever seen done, while also being rippingly hilarious. And one of the things that Bill Lawrence does really well, he did it really great with Ted Lasso and the best he's ever done with Shrinking, is that the show really rewards you as an audience member for watching it. Because like all these jokes and these moments are hitting because we have been with these characters now for 3 seasons. Because we've known their growth and their trials and tribulations and their hardships and their victories and their losses and their pain and their joy. So that when you get, near the end, you get to this season finale of 3, they're doing all these bits of humor and joke and emotional hooks that work because we've been there for the ride. It's if you've never seen Shrinking, jumping into the season finale of 3 is still going to be really good, but you're not going to get half out of it than if you just go back to the beginning and watch it from season 1. And Harrison Ford said it best last night. Harrison Ford, he said, I've never had as much joy doing any project as much as I've done doing this. From Harrison Ford.
Wow.
Who just talked a lot last night about how this has just been the best experience for him. Like doing the show, he's got to play something. And by the way, side note, they ended the evening of Shrinking with Bill Lawrence says, we got a surprise for you. And they brought out Michael J. Fox. He said, my mentor, Michael J. Fox. And they brought out they had to have 2 people help him walk out because you can tell his disease is really progressing. You can tell. But Michael J. Fox was hilarious last night because, they talked to say, what made you say yes to coming and doing the show with me? He goes, well, I've played a guy who's had this and I played a guy who's had this, that. And he goes, I didn't have to convince anybody I have Parkinson's because I have Parkinson's. He goes on about it. And then he talks. Oh my God. Then people start crying again because then he starts talking. Michael J. Fox starts talking to Harrison Ford because Harrison Ford's character in the show has early stage Parkinson's, right? And Michael J. Fox is talking about how special it is, how much he says to Harrison Ford, how much you nail it. Like he said, Michael J. Fox said, Parkinson's isn't your shaking hands and it isn't your slurred speech. It's in your eyes. And he said, when I watch you play in this, you nail that. Like you really, truly express it. It was just a beautiful, beautiful moment. Anyway, we're not here to talk about the Paley Fest. We're here to talk about the show itself. But, one of the great things that I love with shows is shows who know how to do a season finale. Too many shows do a season finale as if it's just the end of another episode. And now you just got to wait another year for the next episode. Really good shows know how to structure their seasons in a way that when you get to the end of a season, you feel like you've crossed a finish line with another race still in front of you to go. That's how you do it. And this was such a beautiful wrap up to the season. Bridges got built, lines got crossed, and you felt like we reached the end of a chapter and now totally wondering where the next chapter is going to go. Guys, I have been a hardcore, and yes, real fan, fuck Parkinson's. I have been an absolute evangelist for this show since it started. I cannot not just recommend, I beg you to go back, because they're short seasons.
Yeah.
You can literally blow through all 3 seasons in a weekend. Easy, no problem. I beg you to go back and start watching this show. It's just so, I don't think there's ever been a show on television ever in history that has had the balance of hilarity. This is a funny show, man. Like Ann and I laugh our guts out every time. That has that balance of absolute hilarity and real emotional weight and beautiful storytelling, all wrapped into one. And, I saw a couple people asking, what's the show about? And I'll say the best way I know how to describe the show is that the basic premise of the show that starts off in season 1 is Jason Segel and his daughter, Alice. He lost his wife 1 year before the show starts. His wife, her mother. And he has not dealt with it well. And he's a therapist. And he works with Harrison Ford, who is his mentor and his boss, and is also a therapist. And it's just all about them navigating tragedy and life while also being one of the funniest things I've ever seen. And yeah, man, I just, it's such a special show. Rob, to me, this is a show that highlights the power television can have. Because, Ann said last night as we were leaving, it was at the Dolby Theater where they hold the Oscars. Ann said to me last night as we were getting into the car at the theater, she said, just watching that show is like therapy. I'm like, it really kind of is. It helps you get through your shit. It's amazing. Anyway, what if you, I can't remember even if you watched this show or not.
I've watched the first season. I just haven't caught back up with it, but I loved it. I mean, I thought that the relationships, again, it's all character stuff. I was going to say that Harrison Ford and Michael J. Fox really were cemented into pop culture history. I mean, Harrison Ford was starting with Star Wars, but they're both 80s icons. The Indiana Jones franchise started in the 80s and all the stuff Harrison Ford did. He played Han Solo again in Empire in 80 and Jedi in 83, and Michael J. Fox with Family Ties, and then establishing his credibility with movies like Back to the Future and The Secret of My Success and Casualties of War. To have the two of them on stage last night must have been,
I was giddy, man. I was just giddy.
Because they're, for 40 years, these guys, or 45 years, they've driven pop culture.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Guys, we want to take a second to thank the sponsor of today's video, Mando. Spring is in the air, and I gotta tell you, I am pumped to get back outside and start using the pool more. But let's be honest, warmer weather also means one thing: sweat. That's why I've been using Mando whole body deodorant, and guys, this stuff is amazing. Now look, I've tried a lot of deodorants over the years, but Mando is different because you can literally use it anywhere. I'm talking pits, chest, feet, even those hard to reach areas. And what surprised me the most is how well it actually works. So for me, what I personally love the most, it doesn't just cover up odor, it actually stops it before it starts. Mando was created by a doctor who saw how normal body odor was being misdiagnosed and mistreated, and they built this to actually solve the problem. It's clinically proven to control odor for up to 72 hours, and I can tell you from using it, it delivers. So here's the deal, guys. Don't just mask it. Mando it. Head to shopmando.com and get 20% off with my code CAMPEA. That's code CAMPEA at shopmando.com for 20% off site-wide. Again, go to shopmando.com, use the code CAMPEA, and get 20% off. Support the show and stay fresh out there. Trust me, Mando's got you covered. Anyway, guys, question is for you. Are you already a viewer of Shrinking? And did you see the season 3 finale last night? I can't wait to see where they go with season 4. Whatever you guys thought, jump down to the comments section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.